Good morning. Hope you're having a good day. So today I wanted to talk about um, being almost naked, right? So yeah, so I do boudoir photography plus boudoir photography, and I kind of break it up into categories. So one, you have lingerie. Two, you have implied nudity, and then the last category is full nude. Okay, so you ever went to go see a movie and then those people you come back, you tell them you saw a movie, let's say it was like a comic book movie or some novel adaptation, and like, oh, the book was better. And it normally just seems like those people are annoying, or maybe elitist, but no, it's true. Like the book is actually better, and there's a reason for that. So when you read something, whatever the writer put on the page, you create that in your head. So you look at the words, and then whatever you create in your head is normally going to be more powerful than whatever the people came up with in the film, because it's your thing. Like if it's something that's supposed to be scary, you created something that's frightening to you. So the movie might do okay, but normally whatever you've done in your head is so much better because it's yours. It's your world and you created it. So I mean, sometimes a movie can be better than the book, but that means that whoever was working on it did a phenomenal job. But generally, can't beat what goes on in your own head. So in that case, implied nudity is my favorite category, and it's because when the viewer can almost see something, their brain fills in the rest. And that's going to be normally better than reality. I don't know if that's bad news for you. That somebody's imagined view of you is better than what you actually look like. You know, nudity is great, but when you can kind of wish for something, or fill in the blanks on your own, it works better, So the way that see, I can't see. Hold on a second. Hey, good morning, Michael. So the way that I handle implied nudity is, or what I don't like is for the the model or the person I'm working with to try to hide things. Like, okay, I don't want to be nude, um, I don't want anyone to see this, so I'm going to cover it up. And when you do that, it comes through in the image. It comes through as you're trying to hide or you're trying not to be seen. The way I approach it, or my philosophy behind it, is I would be able to see everything if that thing was not in the way. So it has to feel like um, there's something that just happens to be blocking my view. You know, even to a certain extent, the person wants me to see, but this thing is there, so I can't see. So I find a lot of creative ways to cover you up so that it looks natural, and I think that even gives it even more punch. If it looks natural and it looks like you're supposed to be able to see, but you just can't, you know. I'm not gonna give you all my ideas, but you get the point. So that's just another way to kind of create something. Man, yeah, but I look, well, the thing with glasses is I hate the reflections in them, so you put the reflections, I got the reflections on it, and that's why I take them off. But okay, yeah, I'll put the glasses on. Um, but yes, when you yeah, me too. I love the fine art stuff, and also just my goal, with my images, and that's with anything and anybody, is I really make an attempt to create art and not just take pictures. Just a side note, if you are a model, or even if you're not a model, if you're not a model and you want to take nude pictures because it's something you hadn't done, you want to take it for yourself, or you want to take it for your partner, um, always look at the person's work. Um, some people say they do that, and there's a term, guys with cameras, and it always disturbs me that with photography there's no barrier to entry. If you got $10,000, you can buy more stuff than what I have and say, hey, I'm a photographer. And you can, flash your expensive camera and your lights and have no idea how to use them, and how to get something out of them. And that puts people in a dangerous position because you're around people who just want to get someone into a room and get them naked. So be clear that at least the person knows what they're doing now. Doesn't mean that the person who, what's my availability for October? Let me get back to you. I'll hit you up about that, but I think I'm pretty free. Um, doesn't mean that the person who knows what they're doing, isn't a predator as well. But, at least to kind of narrow the field, you can at least not be working with people who have no idea what they're doing. But yeah, I think that the other great thing about implied nudity is it gives you something. If you're a model and if your goal is for these images to be seen by people, it allows you to have something to post on social media that's safe. It might be PG-13, it might be pushing it, but as long as all the right things are covered up, then you can post it on Instagram or Twitter. Well, Twitter's a wild, wild west. You can do whatever you want on Twitter. But Instagram, Facebook, you have to be a little bit more discreet, so this gives you an opportunity to post things and not get in trouble, not get banned, and yeah, I like I say, I like it because it shows everything without showing anything, because it kind of does it in the person's head. So that's a good way to add some punch, because I tell people, as far as the way I approach it, you have to do more work from an emotional or quote unquote being sexy standpoint with like lingerie, because you're fully covered, so that's you. Yeah, the lingerie in your body does some work, but I've seen some lingerie pictures where people are just looking like they're waiting on a photographer to click the button, and it just looks like a person with lingerie on, but there's no engagement. Implied is getting there. The implied aspect does some work for you, but you do have to still kind of engage. For me, I think the naked body does a lot of the heavy lifting. So once you get into nude photography, for me, that's more about almost bodyscape, lights, shadows. So that actually does more work for you. And if it's done right, that's something where that could be the least emotionally engaging part, and you can rest, as it were. It's my phone. It's nobody. Okay. So, thank you for your time. Look, have a great day. I am available for booking. So reach out to me. I'd love to make some magic with you. Take care. Have a good day.